no one that I know, except for maybe four people, made a decision, you know what, I'm going to be a real estate agent out of college or high school. So, that quick background piece on that, I came out of the University of California with degrees in rhetoric and communications and went into the political world, worked on local, state, and even national political campaigns for about a decade. And then, that process, you're kind of unemployed part of the time as you flow in and out of campaigns. So I had a buddy of mine who had a property he needed rehab, knew I was handy, gave me a call, said, "Can you help with this?" And so I got a contractor's license, did that. That actually rolled into being a production builder. I had a couple of subdivisions that I wound up building over a bunch of other remodels. And well, then a friend called and said, "Hey, we're buying a house. We'd love somebody to inspect it." So I wound up getting in the home inspection industry, had the largest home inspection company in Northern California, as well as that turned into a mold investigation and testing firm, turned into also a software development firm that focused on building a CRM platform, a full operational platform for the home inspection industry. So I was running four companies in California and fell in love with this content that I was telling you about that Keller Williams was teaching. And so just to be able to deliver that content is what got me into real estate in 2013 and also caused me to produce at that level of over 75 units a year for 3 years. In 2005 is when I started this software development company that was focused on building this incredible platform for the home inspection industry. And over the next 3-4 years, we dominated the space, had over 700 clients on that platform. And unfortunately, our technology was suspect. And so my partner who was in charge of that piece, I ultimately terminated as an employee. He was a minority stockholder and hired some other staff. He was still an owner of stock and still dividends and the rest. And yet he decided to sue me, my wife, every other one of my companies I owned. And in California, he would sue and he'd lose. And then he'd come back and try a different approach and sue again and lose. And then try a different approach and sue again and lose. And every time I walked into court, because I had all these different entities and each one was a corporate entity, we had 3, 4, 5 attorneys sometimes in court. And it just absolutely financially drained everything. And so in the end of 2012, after some difficult rent-a-judge rulings, if you will, part of that move was just to get away from all of that going on in California. So moved to Texas, got going in real estate, got things moving. And of course, my dark cloud followed me to Texas and still was doing the same thing here. So in 2015, with 820 credit scores, I had to walk into federal bankruptcy courts to finally find a way to flush him permanently out of my life. And so definitely a major reset. I mean, you do that, you wind up losing everything. They take everything from you, literally the cash out of your pockets, and you're starting fresh. You're starting over. And so that was, again, in real estate, thank God I was in a great coaching environment, had incredible leaders in my life that helped coach me through a lot of that on attitude and energy. And from 2015 to current, it's been a massive growth. And one of the best things I learned through that, if you've done it once, the next time it's easier and faster. And so that's exactly what I was able to do here in the real estate space since 2015.